Scott. My name is Nicholas Weil, and I'm here today to teach you how to shoot a great jump shot. Now, I've been playing basketball for several years now, and I think a lot of the benefits that I see in the game are something that everyone in this room can understand. The confidence I've developed while playing the sport is something that has been transferred across all aspects of my life. While at the same time, it acts as a great way to relieve stress, whether I'm practicing or just playing for fun. On top of that, I think it's the easiest way to embarrass my friends on the court. There is no better feeling than shooting an open jump shot right in someone's face. Now, even the beginners might not know this, but the experts do, that beef is an important part of the game. So now we can get started. I can show you how beef helps you build a great jump shot. First, we're going to start with the balance, and then we're going to move into the elbow, followed by the eyes, and then finally the follow through. Now along the way I'll explain the different things that might need to get incorporated into all of those steps, but those are just the basics so you can get a better idea of how you should be shooting the ball. So first, for balance, if I could have everyone stand up for this, you can pretend I'm the rim in this situation, and here's what you want to do. Here's what you want to do. Position your feet parallel to the basket. Okay, so point your toes in the direction of the basket. In this situation, since I'm the basket, make sure your toes are pointed at me. Now, when you get your toes situated, get your feet shoulder width apart and get into kind of a seated position where you're bending down. This is the form you will have before you take your jump shot. It's balanced, it's settled, and it's hard for a defender to knock you down if they're trying to guard you. Once we have our base settled, we want to move into our elbow, which is basically the direction of how we're going to be shooting the basketball. Now, for this step, a lot of people like to compare it to carrying a pizza, but because I like to eat 2 pizzas at once, I hold them like this. So I'm going to tell you to point your elbow like a triangle, or align it like a triangle. This is before you've developed your shooting pocket, so this is just how your arm should be cocked back before you shoot the ball. Everyone could just give that a quick try. It's very simple. The next step, once you have your balance and your elbow pointed at the basket, are your eyes. Your eyes need to be locked on to the top point of the rim, okay? But on top of that, what I think is very important as well is even though your eyes are locked on the rim, you have to be mentally telling yourself that ball is going in the hoop. A lot of basketball and the game of basketball is incredibly mental. So now that you're telling yourself that the ball is going in the hoop and you have a very good go-getter and successful attitude, you can get down to the follow-through. Your knees are bent, your feet are pointed, your elbows up, your eyes are up. Now we're creating our shooting pocket, and this is where the ball comes in, okay? You should keep your hand at a little below a 90-degree angle when you're shooting the basketball, and the ball should be kept around 2 fingers or 3 fingers away from the basketball. This is for maximum control, and so you can get the most out of your backspin when you're taking the shot. The important part when you're holding the basketball that I think a lot of people don't understand is that you want to have at least 2 of these black stripes, okay? Do you see them? Facing horizontally on these 4 fingers, okay? That's gonna get you the most control. Now, the thumb acts as a support here, so make sure it's on these 4 fingers, and that way it gets you the most control when you're shooting the ball. So when you put this all together, you can get an example of how it is supposed to look like, but the best thing I can compare it to is a telephone booth. You want to keep your entire body up and down when you're taking this jump shot. And to cap it all off, when you're executing the follow through, pretend like you're slapping the outside of that phone booth, okay? I know people like to say it's like you're grabbing a cookie out of a cookie jar, but it's really important that you do not make that motion, otherwise you will mess up a lot of your jump shot. So it should look a lot like this. You catch the ball, you bend down, elbow up, eyes up, pocket forward, ball off your palm, and there you go. That's a typical jump shot, and that's how it looks like. Now, there are a lot of places you can practice this. You can go to the arcs during the morning or in the afternoon on weekdays. I would personally recommend mornings on Sundays as the arc is not very busy then. I hope you all learned a lot during this presentation, and hopefully I'll see you on the basketball court.